On the first day of Christmas, the Juliana was slowly returning to Earth. Letters from children from all over the world would soon be coming in, and in the belly of the Juliana laid endless amounts of raw materials from other planets across the universe. She'd been built by Santa's foster child, Raven, in order to make toy production easier and less brutal on planet Earth. And with colonization and space travel around the corner, the Juliana was ahead of its time. Santa and his helpers had now been to space for almost a year, and most of the kids were looking forward to join orphanages and foster families on Earth, where they could start their own future. They'd send out the kindest requests and tried to describe themselves as well as they could, but the answers were always negative. The kids couldn't reveal the location of the Juliana, and since deep space travel didn't officially exist on Earth, there was no way they could explain where they'd been or who actually took care of them. The crew consisted of toy makers and engineers, and they had all managed so far being by themselves. If someone had a bad day or needed to let off a bit of steam, they pretty much knew how to handle it. But Santa worried that if the connections to Earth didn't get better, the Juliana would simply stop functioning. They'd all had high hopes that by traveling into deep space, they'd one day meet some interesting beings, and that they could perhaps be part of other civilizations. But it just hadn't happened yet. Raven felt responsible too. As much as she'd wanted to help out Santa, she felt she'd really made a construction error. Raven wanted to make sure the kids would have a better chance of returning to Earth. They had a world down there waiting for them, whether they wanted to or not.